My dear elegant ladies, welcome back to another video on femininity, elegance, and personal upgrade. There might be a few habits you are subconsciously practicing on a daily basis that actually are holding you back from becoming the most refined version of yourself. Today, I want to share with you 5 things that feminine, high-status ladies do that you can actually start practicing today that are easy to start with, but that will elevate you as of right now, because this way you're going to tap into your feminine energy and really blossom to your potential. Anyway, ladies, let's dive in with the habit number 1. Let's start with one of my personal top priorities in life, and that's keeping a self-care routine. I started focusing on this when I realized that I really needed it for my well-being, to feel balanced, but also to actually feel feminine as a woman. In today's patriarchy society, women unfortunately have to wear many hats and be very much in the man's shoes, taking on men's responsibilities, meaning that we have become much more masculine than ever as the female species. But do you know what really helps balancing out the masculine energy? Well, that's when you do feminine activities. And a very feminine activity is actually to retreat to personal self-care. All high-status and feminine women prioritize this. And I want you to also understand that self-care can really mean a lot of different things to different people. So there isn't a set formula for this. This is where you can actually step in and just pick and choose of what nourishes you, whether it is, perfect your grooming, maybe hone into your well-being, maybe it's doing sports, being out in nature, I don't know, going to spas. Ladies, whatever it is that tick your boxes when it comes to self-care, you have to find something that naturally fuels your energy. Okay? The whole point is to gain new energy, gain new strength, and balance out all the stresses that life might bring on us. So if you don't yet have a self-care routine, please start prioritizing this into your schedule. It has to be something daily, or at least a few times per week. You should be able to pencil in some hours of self-care. Habit number 2. Now, I know that this might not come naturally to all of us, but let me tell you what a difference it will make if you can develop the feminine habit of being tidy, okay? Your personal space, ladies, is an extension of you as a person, and trust me when I say this, no feminine or elegant ladies are ever chaotic, messy, or even unhygienic. So I don't want to ever see of my dear elegant ladies to ever, let's say, do this selfie in the mirror, and you see in the reflection of your mirror in the background a cluttered home, stuff everywhere, maybe even dirty underwear on the floor. Yuck. Less is definitely more in the home department, and I do want all my elegant hoarder ladies to actually start thinking about doing something about this kind of negative behavior of hoarding, collecting things, being afraid of throwing something away. Because it is very liberating to throw things away and apply more of a Marie Kondo type of principle when you live more minimalistic but clean and tidy and organized. You are actually going to feel really good in your mental well-being. And that's what I meant when I said that, in a way, your home becomes an extension of yourself. It kind of shows your inner world. It symbolizes your inner well-being. And a messy home symbolizes a chaotic well-being. Remember, ladies, how presentable your home is really does say a lot about you. Because you can dress elegantly all day long, but if your home is a mess, are you really an elegant lady? Habit number 3. Yummy. Do not do this, ladies. Do not apply that much perfume. Apply only on your pulse points, like an elegant little flower that you are. Ladies, I am talking about the habit of course, smelling nicely, but smelling feminine and smelling elegant. And it is actually a big deal how you smell. And I know that these days we stay a lot at home. We are hibernators. COVID is all around us. So most of the times we are maybe not doing the things that we usually do, like a basic thing like applying perfume. But actually, it is so important that you still do some of these kind of daily habits that you would do in the regular life. Remember that life over a year ago? Well, ladies, we want to use these type of tools for our own mental well-being. And when we, as an example, apply some lipstick or some perfume or brush our hair or have a shower, then we, of course, feel better about ourselves. But when we are staying at home so much, it is so easy to fall into the kind of couch potato mode, which is a must for any elegant lady to step out of that comfort zone. So start adding a little bit more perfume to your ensemble. But you know what you should also do? If you want to add a truly affluent and elegant touch to your home, then also make sure that your home and surroundings smells nice. As an example, invest in some really lovely home fragrances, or if you can't afford that, then at least buy a scented candle. The goal is to really have a home that smells like a 5-star luxury hotel, because when you are in these type of environments, you feel like $1 million. And if you bring that environment home to your environment, especially now that you spend so many hours in your home than ever before, then you're going to feel more like $1 million woman. So make sure you make the most out of this energy, because it's going to help lifting you up. Habit number 4. You remember I've spoken about how the elite value education, and this is a very important lesson for everybody, because one of the things that we cannot stop doing is growing and learning. And I'm not only talking about higher education, this can be any form of education. It can be as simple as getting to know yourself, working on yourself, or it can be, as an example, that you want to go back to school or you want to finish a degree that you never finished. I feel that one of the most important habits of an elegant woman is to really never stop learning. And I have really applied this myself in my own life. Whenever there's no COVID, I continuously go to conferences, I go myself to courses, I buy courses, I take all kinds of education that's out there, even as simple as just reading a book sometimes, so that I continuously can grow. I do it a lot in business, but you can do it in any field. And I just want you to feel that, okay, even though you finished high school, you finished your higher education, if there is still a hobby or interest that you always wanted to pursue, but you held yourself back for whatever reason, it's not too late to do so now. And you're going to appear so much more interesting, so much more high level. And it is actually a very feminine trait to study, to learn, to read, to educate yourself. So please do this, ladies. This is one of the best investments in yourself that you can do. And this is also one of the reasons to why I started my online finishing school, because I'm so passionate about investing in yourself through education. Oh, and a little bonus tip, because many of you are asking me often where you can meet the elite. And you know what? Through education. This is a really good spot for this, regardless if it's a higher education or a course that you're taking, because you're going to meet other people, other students. And you know that I actually have a free cheat sheet called exactly Where to Meet the Elite. And there you will get even more places, more ideas of where you can meet affluent and the elegant crowd. So just go to millionaireplaces.com and download this free cheat sheet. Ladies, the final habit, habit number 5. And this one is going to be a little bit interesting for you, because I'm going to give you a tough cookie to crack, but I did it on purpose, ladies, and I saved the best for last. One habit that you must stop with, and that's being defensive. Now, first thing you need to know is that most of us, almost I think all of us, have defenses that operate to protect us and that we have adopted from the past, from bad experience, etc. But there are some people that are just generally really defensive on a regular basis, and sometimes too much, to the point that really small and not important things creates this massive drama and problems and really puts people off. You need to understand that being defensive is a very masculine trait, so a woman automatically steps into her masculinity when she is on her defense. And I'm not saying now that a woman shouldn't be defending herself ever, because it's a masculine trait and that would be so terrible if she did. No. And neither do I say that only men can be defensive. I don't think it's a good thing a man is defensive either. Nobody should operate being defensive. It's just not an elegant trait, it's really just annoying. But I'm really talking more about kind of the bad habits of being defensive. As an example, you get triggered by something that just simply pushes your buttons for whatever reasons. I don't know, maybe you feel offended or you feel hurt or annoyed or provoked in one way or another. So instead of operating on autopilot and giving this person or this thing or whatever it is a negative reaction, a non-defensive person would actually hold themselves back in that moment. So instead of acting on what's being triggering to them, they pause, they hold back, and they ask themselves, what's really going on right now with myself that make me so triggered? Because it's not actually the fault of whatever it is that's making you triggered. The fault is you. It's your reaction. It's what's hurting you inside you. This is all very personal. This has nothing to do with the circumstance or another person or whatever it is that you're reacting to. An elegant and feminine trait is to be able to manage your own emotion and also not to be blaming your emotion on your surroundings or other people. And you know what's going to happen when you improve this, when you start becoming less defensive? You're going to have less drama in your life. You're going to have less unnecessary problems in your life. You're going to have it easier to have better relationships with people, better friendships, a better relationship with your partner. Plus, it's going to really allow you to step into your fullest potential as a woman. And as a little bonus, more people are going to like you and to be able to form a relationship with you. I have worked on it in therapy. I know that therapy really helps for this. So have a little think whether that could be a solution for you in the future, because this is the ultimate self-growth. Developing new habits, it is a process. Now, ladies, I do have a bonus tip for you that you can actually watch if you head over to my Instagram @AnnaBay, because we have point number 6 waiting for us there, so don't miss. Now, in the next video, 7 rich people's habits, we are going to now talk about the affluent habits that you must also adopt. So make sure to watch that video now, because I am going to see you there.